to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kelsey Kiesling.
And I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest TV Translator Association.
If you have a news topic or event you'd like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 677-4119.
Today's show runs Tuesday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page to watch on demand. Today is July 24th, 2018, and now the News at Noon.
According to the Cortez Journal, 2 Cortez residents arrested in May on suspicion of drug trafficking have waived their preliminary hearings and are preparing to enter pleas. Lindell and Sherry Clark have been incarcerated in Montezuma County Detention Center since the week of May 13th, when they were arrested after a months-long investigation by local law enforcement officers and the Southwest Drug Task Force. In a court appearance on Wednesday, the husband and wife agreed to waive their right to a preliminary hearing. Their attorneys said they are set to enter pleas in August and have been offered plea agreements that would include 15-year prison sentences. The Clarks were charged May 30th with 2 counts each of felony drug distribution. On Wednesday, Sherry Clark's attorney, Ray Randolph, said she had received an offer from the district attorney's office that included a guilty plea to an aggravated Class 2 drug felony. The plea, she said, would carry a sentence of 15 years in prison. Lindell Clark's attorney, Katie Whitney, said she had received the same offer. When Montezuma County Court Judge Jenny Lynn Lawrence questioned them about waiving their rights to a hearing, both suspects responded in loud, clear voices. Lawrence scheduled Sherry Clark to appear for an arraignment on August 16th before District Chief Judge Douglas Walker. She scheduled Lindell Clark for an arraignment on August 21st before District Judge Todd Plew. The other 3 people arrested in the investigation, Cortez resident Ezekiel Biard and California residents Rommel Avillas Reyes and Jesse Valenzuela, also have court appearances in the coming week. Biard will be entering a plea on Tuesday, and Aviles Reyes and Valenzuela have preliminary hearings scheduled for Wednesday.
From the Journal, photo courtesy San Juan National Forest. 2 lightning-caused fires were discovered Sunday north of the town of Dolores on the San Juan National Forest. The Plateau and West Guard fires are 5 to 10 acres and are being managed for full suppression, said Dolores District Ranger Derek Padilla. The fires are about 13 miles apart and burning in Dolores County. The Plateau fire is burning in steep, rugged terrain in Plateau Canyon, a tributary of McPhee Reservoir. It is about 14 miles northeast of the town of Dolores. Because the steep terrain is unsafe for firefighters, officials are trying to keep it off the rim where there is private property. The fire is burning in mixed conifer. The West Guard fire is burning 5 miles west of Benchmark Lookout and 1.5 miles west of the Glade Guard Station, an overnight Forest Service recreation rental. It is burning in Ponderosa pine, oak litter, and grass. Because of recent rains, both fires have low to moderate fire behavior and are expected to be contained soon. Right now, they are slowly creeping along, Padilla said. As of Monday, there was no containment. There is always the potential they could grow faster if fire conditions worsen with hot, dry weather and downdraft winds. The fire season is not over, Padilla said. On-site firefighting resources included U.S. Forest Service and Bureau of Land Management crews. A Type 3 management team was managing the 2 fires on Monday with 10 wildland firefighters, 2 engines, and a helicopter, and has ordered additional fire crews and engines. The nation is under a level 4 fire planning stage, so demand for limited federal firefighting resources is increasing. Padilla said resources were more focused on a direct fight against the West Guard fire, which is on flatter terrain. The nearby Trimble Point Road, Forest Road 523, were closed to the public. Firefighters at the Plateau fire were focusing patrols, scouting, and prepping operations along Forest Roads 514, 523, 524, and 525. The West Glade fire will see firefighter operations along Forest Roads 514, 512, and 501. The public is asked to respect signage related to road closures for their personal safety. Closures for the Burrow fire, which is at 80% containment, continue to be in effect. The Plateau Creek fire could grow to more than 100 acres because of the inaccessible terrain, Padilla said. The fire was spotted by a citizen on Sunday and during a helicopter flyover the same day. The West Guard fire was discovered. Both fires were started by lightning 3 to 4 days ago. Smoke is expected to be visible near Salter Y on and along Forest Road 514, Dolores River Overlook, and Dove Creek. As the fires progress, there's a chance that smoke may settle at night in Dolores River Canyon near the overlook and the surrounding area. To report a fire on federal lands, contact the Durango Interagency Fire Dispatch Center at 970-385-1324. Or for more information, contact the Dolores Ranger District at 970-882-7296.
Reported by the Durango Herald, decades ago, hundreds of nuns and priests made an extraordinary decision. They agreed to donate their brains upon death to science, hoping to help solve mysteries about Alzheimer's and other diseases. Now, a study that used their gifts is giving some clues. It reveals that high blood pressure late in life might harm the brain. Autopsies on nearly 1,300 older people, including about 640 clergy members, found more signs of damage and one of the hallmarks of Alzheimer's disease in the brains of those with higher blood pressure than among those with pressure closer to normal, researchers reported Wednesday. The study does not prove cause and effect, and it does not yet provide a comparison of rates of dementia or its most common form, Alzheimer's. Those results will take longer to parse, but it challenges a theory that high pressure is not as harmful in old age as it is when people are younger. The research began in 1994 and combined people from 3 studies of aging who agreed to donate their brains for autopsy upon their death, including the religious orders study of Catholic clergy throughout the United States. All were over 65 and without known dementia at the start and were followed until they died, at an average age of 89 and after an average of 8 years in the study. 2/3 had high blood pressure, defined as a top reading of 140 or more when the study began. It's now 130 under new guidelines adopted last fall. Their pressures were measured once a year during the study, a strength of this work over some previous research that just relied on people to say whether they had high pressure or not. After each participant died, researchers examined their brains for areas of dead tissue caused by lack of blood supply. Those blighted areas can be tiny and cause no symptoms, so they're sometimes called evidence of silent strokes.
Reported in the Journal, photos courtesy San Miguel County Sheriffs. Some of you may know about Black Bear Pass, and even some locals just recently made that harrowing trip that is an amazing journey that needs full respect of how serious the trail is in terms of unforgiving drop-offs, switchbacks, and gravel sections. People die on this trail nearly every year. I've been there myself, and I can say it truly changed me. Here's the recent report. A 28-year-old Englewood man was cited Sunday with drunken driving after causing a harrowing accident on Black Bear Pass, a dangerous and difficult mountain road that connects Silverton and Telluride. According to the San Miguel County Sheriff's Office, the driver, identified as Jeremy Knight, was cited with driving under the influence of alcohol. Susan Lilly, a spokeswoman for the San Miguel County Sheriff's Office, said witnesses told deputies that on Sunday afternoon, Knight was recklessly driving a red Nissan Xterra over Black Bear Pass moments before the crash. Black Bear Pass is considered an expert-only four-wheel drive high-clearance road. Because the stretch of mountain pass is so narrow, with many steep drop-offs, the road is one way from Silverton to Telluride. Knight was reportedly driving recklessly, Lilly said, when he went over a hill and hit a Jeep Wrangler that was parked off the side of the road. 4 members of a family were eating lunch inside the Jeep, Lilly said. Knight rear-ended the Jeep, lost his front bumper, and then continued driving off-road another 40 yards or so until the vehicle hit boulders, causing the airbags to go off, witnesses told the sheriff's office. It was just a very scary scene, Lilly said. The crash did not cause the Jeep Wrangler to go off the tight road. 3 of the 4 occupants in the Jeep were taken by helicopter to Telluride Regional Medical Center. Knight was also taken by helicopter to the hospital. Lilly said that none of the injuries was life-threatening and everyone was treated and released Sunday. Lilly said the sheriff's office is investigating the crash to see if Knight's vehicle had experienced a mechanical failure. Witnesses said they saw Knight honking the horn before the crash. Whether the alcohol or mechanical failure caused it, or both, we don't know, Lilly said. Because please be careful out there four-wheeling. It's an opportunity to enjoy the back roads, but they will only stay open if everyone acts responsibly. For more information on trails across the country, go online to the United Four-Wheel Drive Associations at ufwda.org.
Reported by the Durango Herald, Nicholas Peterson stood in the parking lot of Loveland High School with a crowd of marching band students. It was still early, but the pavement already radiated heat. He told students they'd be practicing parade style today, so it was important to keep their feet moving in time. He used to be the band director at Loveland High, but these days music is just his side gig. Now he works primarily as a counselor at Fossil Ridge High School in southeastern Fort Collins. Throughout the year, he freelances as a marching band instructor to pay the bills. He also judges various out-of-state shows and helps design drills. He is among the many educators who work second jobs to make ends meet. About 1 in 5 teachers have a second job according to the Federal Bureau of Labor Statistics. Their average starting salary is $38,617 in 2016-17, according to the National Education Association. Lags the overall starting wage of $50,359 for graduates with a bachelor's degree in all fields. Teachers' take-home earnings are also often stretched by student loan debt, which saddles about 70% of college graduates with an average $30,100 owed, according to the Nonprofit Institute for College Access and Success. Due, at least in part, to those factors, teachers are about 30% more likely to have a second job than other workers. That additional work can add to the stress teachers face and contribute to why an estimated 40% to 50% of new teachers leave the profession within 5 years. And now let's take a look at the weather.
And now the national weather. A stagnant weather pattern will continue to feed tropical moisture up the east coast for the next few days. While the rain will likely be intermittent in nature, any rain that does fall could contain very heavy downpours along with the possibility of thunderstorms. Some improvement in the weather is forecast towards the end of the week as the pattern slowly breaks down. Meanwhile, the other story is the high heat in the west, with more potential for thunderstorms across Nevada and the Intermountain states, with severe spots possibly mostly in South Dakota for today. Regionally, the high pressure will shift from western New Mexico to Arizona today through Wednesday, signaling an interruption of another weak and unsatisfying monsoonal surge over the past few days. So this afternoon and evening, we'll still see monsoonal moisture flowing into southern Colorado, producing showers and thunderstorms, but that flow should be interrupted by Wednesday. A short wave trough over the northern Rockies will increase drying from the west and north and continue forcing the remnants of the monsoonal moisture plume to curve to the east over central Colorado. This will leave northeast Utah and the northern half of Colorado drier today through Wednesday. There will be still some showers and thunderstorms fueled by daytime heating, acting on the moisture trapped within the high pressure, with highest coverage over southern Colorado. Then once the high pressure center migrates west, it remains somewhat stationary, centered over northwestern Arizona and southern Nevada. In this position, moisture will slowly erode across the area as drier air to the northwest comes into the region. Eastern Utah and western Colorado will experience a decrease in thunderstorms during the remainder of the week, through the weekend and into early next week. Not only will showers and thunderstorms become more scarce, they will become higher based, producing strong winds but little measurable precipitation. Afternoon highs during this period will remain hot with little day-to-day variability, while overnight lows cool slightly as the atmosphere dries. Scattered showers and thunderstorms will develop over the central and southern mountains, which will drift over the valleys late in the afternoon and early evenings. Expect a slight chance of locally heavy rain showers. So the hazardous alert states that isolated showers and thunderstorms will form over the northern half of the area. A slight chance of afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms continues each day, decreasing Thursday through to Monday. The DCTV 5-day local forecast. Today, scattered showers and thunderstorms mainly after 3 p.m. Mostly sunny with a high near 91 degrees. South winds around 10 miles an hour, becoming west in the afternoon. The chance of precipitation is 30%. Tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms mainly before 10 p.m. Mostly cloudy with a low around 60. West-northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east-southeast after midnight. The chance remains at 30%. Wednesday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms afternoon. Increasing clouds with a high near 90. East-southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming northwest in the afternoon. Wednesday night, a 10% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 9 p.m. Partly cloudy with a low around 62. North-northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east-northeast after midnight. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 91. East-northeast winds 5 to 10, becoming northwest in the afternoon. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a low around 61. Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 89. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low around 60. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 90. Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low around 60 again. And again, Sunday, sunny with a high near 90. Sunday night, mostly clear with a low around 59. And now back to the news.
According to the Durango Herald, the surveillance system that has kept watch on students entering Lockport schools for over a decade is getting a novel upgrade. Facial recognition technology soon will check each face against a database of expelled students, sex offenders, and other possible troublemakers. It could be the start of a trend as more schools fearful of shootings consider adopting the technology, which has been gaining ground on city streets and in some businesses and government agencies. Just last week, Seattle-based digital software company Real Networks began offering a free version of its facial recognition system to schools nationwide. Already, the Lockport City School District's plan has opened a debate in this western New York community and far beyond about the system's potential effectiveness, student privacy, and civil rights. We shake our heads that we're having to deal with and talk about these kinds of security issues, said Robert Lipuma, technology director for the Lockport District east of Niagara Falls, but here we are. The idea behind the Lockport system is to enable security officers to quickly respond to the appearance of expelled students, disgruntled employees, sex offenders, or certain weapons the system is programmed to detect. Only students seen as threats will be loaded into the database. Officials say it is the first school district in the country to adopt the Canadian-made system it is installing.
From the Durango Herald, photo Rocky Mountain PBS file photo. In a big directional change, Colorado Democrats officially support limits on fracking this year. Most Democratic candidates for Colorado offices this year could be talking down fracking. The Colorado Democratic Party's state executive and central committee met July 14th at Elizabeth High School in Elbert County to tend to business, including supporting Initiative 97 to require fracking operations to be at least 2,500-foot setbacks from homes and other occupied buildings. If the measure qualifies for the ballot, it will become entangled with the governor's race, where Republican Walker Stapleton is a supporter of the industry and Democrat Jared Polis wants to move the state towards renewable energy. Colorado Politics learned of the party's decisions via social media, where the opposition to oil and gas was characterized as a resounding yes. The state party confirmed the positions but did not comment further. While candidates take guidance from the party's positions, they aren't bound by them. Asked to comment, Dan Haley, president of the Colorado Oil and Gas Association, the industry's trade group in the state, said he sounded disappointed that the party would align against an industry that provides thousands of jobs and billions of dollars of economic impact and taxes for the state. Democrats have long prided themselves on supposedly being the party of working people. Yet in Colorado, they've endorsed an initiative that would put tens of thousands of working families across the state out of work, he told Colorado Politics. Our industry works hard every day to protect the environment, to protect our workforce, and to protect the communities in which we operate. We're not perfect, but I can guarantee that we're better today than we were last year, let alone 5 years ago. This is what happens when you put politics ahead of people. Supporters of each measure has until August 6th to turn in at least 98,492 signatures from registered voters to get on the November ballot.
According to the Cortez Journal, with a photo courtesy of Fort Lewis College, Fort Lewis College Associate Professor of Chemistry Bill Collins has been awarded $103,000 from the U.S. Department of Agriculture to study and combat honeybee die-offs. Collins and his students are trying to better understand and prevent die-offs among honeybee populations. To aid in this work, the USDA's National Institute of Food and Agriculture awarded FLC just over $103,000 in research funding. Collins will support Sarah Leonhardt, a researcher at the University of Würzburg, Germany, to study propolis, a natural substance produced by bees. Leonhardt's research showed propolis has an impact on bee health. Leonhardt and Collins will work to identify the molecules within the propolis and with health benefits. Once the molecules are discovered, the end goal is to create a therapy available to beekeepers to help maintain the healthy hives. Honeybee populations have been dying off for decades from a number of causes ranging from parasites to environmental changes. More than a third of crop production in the United States relies on pollination to grow. Often, prime research opportunities are reserved for graduate students, but Collins looks for ways to involve his undergraduates. Students help maintain the research beehive on campus. In the lab, students are synthesizing various molecules and testing their effectiveness against another honeybee adversary, the varroa mite.
From Market Watch, Hemp Inc., OTC Pink Slip HEMP, a global leader in the industrial hemp industry with the largest multipurpose industrial hemp processing facility in the Western Hemisphere, announced today that Hemp Inc.'s wholly owned subsidiary, Industrial Hemp Manufacturing, LLC, IHM, has entered into an exclusive distribution agreement with Quadco, LLC, for IHM's proprietary natural products for the oil and gas well drilling industries in the state of Alaska. In Alaska, the oil industry accounts for about 1/2 of the overall economy when the spending of state revenues from oil production is considered, according to the UAA Institute of Social and Economic Research. With full-service districts in both Anchorage and Prudhoe Bay, Quadco is well equipped to provide a multitude of drilling, completion, and intervention products and services to all of the onshore and offshore fields in Alaska. Per the agreement, Quadco will distribute IMH's Drill Wall trademark, a lost circulation material which they now have in inventory. LCM is a term for substances added to drilling fluids when drilling fluids are being lost to the formations downhole. Drill Wall TM is non-toxic and biodegradable and is a mixture of micronized organic cellulose fibers that has been field proven for all types of drilling fluid formulas, including water-based fluids, oil-based fluids, synthetic-based fluids, and constant rheology fluids. It has been used in all types of high-loss geology formations, including sand, fractured shale, pre-salt, pea gravel, and other highly porous formations. It can be mixed through the mud hopper or directly into the mud tank at the agitation point. Hemp Inc. announced earlier this year that it had completed its first purchase orders for Drill Wall, Spill Be Gone, and other products. Hemp Inc.'s facility in Spring Hope, North Carolina, has been operational for a solid year, and the sales cycle has been gaining momentum. Hemp Inc. is a publicly traded company that was founded in 2008. They state their mission is to provide green solutions that help make the world a better place to live. Hemp products are eco-friendly, healthy, and can often replace petroleum-based products.
And now for the Dolores County Sheriff's Roundup for the week of July 16th through the 22nd. Investigated a report of trespassing at Groundhog. Young children were seen climbing a goalpost at the old football field. They were contacted and promised to stop climbing. Investigated a report of a juvenile bitten by a dog. Officers responded to a car versus deer accident. The car was totaled, but there were no injuries. Cows were reported out on Road J and 1.7. That concludes today's roundup. Stay tuned for continued updates.
Today's High Canyon Country happenings. Today, Tuesday, July 24th, The Rock, reaching out to community and kids in Dove Creek, is offering one of their summer food pantry days. For any Dolores County resident, go to the Rock building starting at 4:30 p.m. No early birds. Proof of residency is required. It's a drive-through food distribution, first come, first serve, and they need some more volunteers if you're wanting to help. It starts at 4:30. July 28th, Mancus Days presents Mensch at Mancus Brewing Company from 7 to 10 p.m. Mensch performs original and cover acoustic rock and country. He's recorded with Brian Bonds, former guitar player for Florida Georgia Line, Scott Wilson, bass player for Saving Abel, Mike Smith, former drummer for Tantric, and opened for Charlie Daniels, Tanya Tucker, Kansas 38 Special, Dan Fogelberg, Dwight Yoakam, and Badfinger. Make it part of your Mancus Days weekend of events. July 28th is another Paint and Sip with Breezy Beckler. Hosted by the Cortez Cultural Center, it runs from 6 to 9 p.m. Join them for an evening of artist-led painting, accompanied by a selection of delicious wines and light snacks. No matter your skill level, their experienced instructor will help you create a colorful painting to take home and enjoy. The price includes a 16 by 20 inch canvas, paint supplies, instruction, one beverage, 21 and older for alcohol, and light snacks. Additional beverages are available for purchase. No refunds within 48 hours of the event. And all of the happenings are posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, along with the YouTube replays, weather, original stories, and local posts. To share your event or information, contact us. The email is dcbnnews@gmail.com or call the station 970-677-4119.
Thanks for tuning in. News at Noon airs at noon Monday through Thursday and then is available online on our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page on demand.
And be sure to like us there and check out our Facebook page, join in on the conversation and the news in our area, and of course, please share it with a friend.
For Kendra Cook with DCTV and the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, USA, I'm Kelsey Kiesling. Thanks for watching.